just like that. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. I hope everyone had an awesome week. Boy, was it a wild one. It was a hell of a week, wasn't it? We had ups, we had crazy volatility just 2 days ago, and here we are. Thursday for our normal live stream, 11 p.m. Crypto After Dark. Let's get it. If you haven't done so, please do me the kindness of hitting the like button. It's free. It costs nothing here to hit like. $0. The more likes we get, the more up the YouTube algorithm pushes us. I said it wrong. Pushes us. The higher up the YouTube algorithm we go, the more people we can help. Want to help as many people as possible. While you're there, hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss what we do. You know, we do big things over here. So, last thing before we start, our Discord is half off. As you see right there on this link, it's also in the description of this video. Just click on the little down arrow and you can read the description. 786 Assassins half off. That's launchpass.com. Jump on there. It's still $8 a month. The price will be going up here after summer. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Get in while you can. It's $8 whopping. $8 whopping. One fancy coffee from Starbucks gets you locked in with some of the biggest and brightest minds in the crypto industry that I can find who will actually spend time talking to us. So, without further ado, let's get into these damn charts, shall we? Before we do, thank you to my cousin Jeremy for saying this, but Bryce up, son. Bryce up. Let's go. Panthers took Bryce Young with the first pick. I'm excited. I've got my tranny beers locked and loaded. Why? Because I bought a case before everything happened, or I bought 2 cases before everything happened, and I'm finally just whittling through them. To the guy in the Telegram channel who complains and says, "Oh, Keith drinks beer on a live stream. He exposes his children to that." My kids understand what responsible adults do. He's not an idiot. None of them are. They're smart. Cheers to you, hater. And yes, I come from a family of alcoholics. However, I'm smart enough to know how to manage it. So, first things first, to say hey to everybody. What's up? Jill Sandwich says, can you look at KAT? Yes, we can. And thank you for coming. Never saw you on here before. Thank you for stopping by and dropping a comment. Ron Poteet, what's up? Good to see you, brother. He says, BTC close and confirm above the resistance for the weekly, monthly, and close. Exactly. We have a couple more days. We have 3 days to be exact for BTC monthly chart to stay where it's at. I'll pull that up here in a minute to show you. Mateo, what's good? Big Tex, JD Crypto, cousin Jeremy, what's up? Existence, Educated Dummy, what's up, John? I went 6 for 9 at softball tonight. Just crushed a Culver's crispy chicken sandwich. Let's freaking go. Existence with a wonderful setup over there. Ever Ford, what's up, Bo? Can I check out Tesla? Wow, certainly. We can have a look at the Tesla. Frog with a hat, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Gaffer, what's good, my friend? Represent the DAG, folks. One of the few DAG people that will actually show up in this live stream like a man and discuss things like a man instead of having to freak out all the time. Mizell, good to see you. Dreamer, Soto, Bet Some. What's up, Bet Some? Can I look at DAG, ADS, and Coin? Scoopity poop. Of course I can. And Coin. I sure can. Thank you for asking. King of Light, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Tell Rich I said hey. Single Barrel. Ooh, he's drinking JD's Single Barrel tonight. Okay. Bo's had a hell of a month. You did well, brother. What's up, Merc? Good to see you. Bedtime for me, bro. You better wake your ass up. It's only 11 o'clock. Tom Pass Durka, FTM. I got you, bro. We'll look at FTM. Bryce, what's up, Bryce? Bryce says, what's up, Bryce? I like it. Is the sign up a full month, 30 days? Does it end at the end of the month? No, Soto. It starts and ends when you sign up. It's based on when you sign up, not the monthly actual calendar. Ayo Smoto, what's up? Good to see you. Can we get a check on a zero diced pineapple? Yes, we can. It looked bad last stream, if you remember. Andrew Moore, what's up, brother? Good to see you. VOD. Yeah, you know me. We'll look at that. Crypto Boss Andrew. Good to see you, brother. You've been around for a while. I like seeing it. What's up, Eric Denim Logic? Leandro Martinez, Jeremy Monroe. He's not even drunk yet. Nothing's on fire tonight, so he's doing great. And I won't go any farther than that on that. So let's start with total market cap. And I'm trying to mark down my timestamps so that no one gets mad. Total market cap has gotten really interesting over the last few days. What looked to be a really gnarly pullback, like it was going to roll over and quit for the rest of the year. Luckily, we were ahead of this. We knew this was just a pullback and there was more to come. It has since forth reversed right back over that 821 EMA, just like it never happened. And this is why the importance of the high time frames comes into play. If you looked at the weekly chart, there was nothing to even look at here. Nothing to look at here. It looks perfectly fine on the weekly. It came back down to the 8 EMA, bounced, and is going right back up. I'd like to see it maintain at least the level that it's at now throughout the remainder of the week, which is another 3 days. Okay. We don't have the new month until Monday. When Monday comes up, that's new month, new week, new day, all at the same time. That should be volatile. Going into Thursday, the Fed is going to make some news. The charts are already trending up, so I expect more up. I expect up until June. Why do I expect up until June? Well, cyclically speaking, we can see that June, just about every year, pre-halvening, not the year of halvening, the year before halvening, that June through August, the summer months, tend to be the top of the cycle. We can see that because we analyze that and can see it over and over and over again. It's fairly consistent, as well as the consistency that comes with halvings, the consistency that comes with the bottoms and the tops. Now, we can use all this information and this data to come up with a better answer. We know that we're going to end off in the summer somewhere. So, is it summer yet? And the answer is no. It's only April. It's not even May yet. So that means we have at least 2 more months worth of up and sideways with the occasional down. That's going to leave us with more gains on the table. There's no reason to freak out yet. I've had a couple of people ask me, well, why don't you trade lower time frames if you know it's going up? I'll say this. It's not the bull market yet. This is just the pre-bull market. We have another big fall to come back. At some point, we're going to have a 50% retracement at least at some point here. So when we get that 50% retracement and we find that bottom, I've already allotted amount of money that I'm going to swing trade with, right? I'm going to go down to lower time frames and do some of that. And I'll have a channel going in the Discord of that, right? Just swing trades, scalps, back and forth, right? Because there's more money to be made there if you go down to a lower time frame, if you know the overall direction. Now, we're smart enough to know that the overall direction is going to go up for the remainder of 2024 after we find our bottom. Well, the bottom is up for debate on when that will come in. But we're able to see cyclically that 2024 and 2025 will be a bull market. How much? That's not important. It's important to know that the direction will be up. So, in moments like yesterday and the day before where you got a lot of red and it was really scary looking, relax. Have a beer. No reason to freak out, okay? You know the overall direction is up. Hit the pause button and chill. We already hit 1.25 trillion here. There's a possibility we just run back to 1.25 trillion, and I'm okay with that. That would reclaim any losses that came about. I'd like to see this go to 1.5 trillion. 1.25 and 1.5 are nice round numbers, if you can tell that. I kind of expect that to come to fruition. One step at a time, though, there's no guarantees. We don't know whether that will be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or alts. Now, I'm going to lean more to Bitcoin and Ethereum with prejudice because we know that typically in the pre-bull market, Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as a few old school coins, do well. That doesn't necessarily guarantee it, just kind of the way I see it. That's just all. That's just my skinny of it. So that's my total market cap look. I'm not positive. I'm trying to play this smart and not overthink it, right? I'm just trying to be fluid here. If you guys haven't hit like, go hit like. 44 people on, 25 likes. We can at least get 44 likes, right? I want to see 200, 300 people in here this bull market, right? Last time, I think the peak that we hit was 150 or something. I want to see at least 250, 300 this bull market. I think that would be a good goal to double it, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it'd be a good goal. We started with 7 people. Went from 7 to 150. That's not bad. Maybe we can do better. We've got to establish a name and establish a reputation for that to happen. Okay, so it's going to be incumbent upon you folks to take the live stream and share it out to Twitter. Tell everyone what's going on. Share the Discord out to everyone. Tell everyone on Twitter. Tell everyone on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you got. Share it out. Let them know, man. We don't screw around. We're out here taking heads. All right, so let's go look at Bitcoin real quick. I'm going to use Bitcoin CME, and the reason I'm going to use this is a little bit more consistent and a little bit smoother. And that smooth consistency makes for a big difference. So it takes a little bit of the scary out, if you will. So here's Bitcoin on the daily CME chart. I've got a daily chart pulled up here, but I was actually down on the 2 hour on this one watching the price action just to see what would happen. I like what I see here with some prejudice as well. That's a really, really, really ugly red candle in there, okay? I don't like that. However, you see that the very next day reclaimed anything that happened. You know, you can blame whatever you want to on Wednesday, okay? I don't really care. Blame what you want. That's not my game. I don't care. I don't play the blame game. The very next day reclaimed everything that was lost as if it didn't happen. Now, on a higher time frame, it's a blip in the radar. No big deal. On the daily, it looks a little spooky. I get it. But we got back over the golden pocket on 618. Now we're just kind of sitting inside the golden pocket here. If we can maintain 29,000, that opens the door to break 30,000 again and move back toward 31. If we can break and hold 30 for I'm going to say several days, we break and hold 30 for several days, that opens up 32 to 34,000. But that won't happen quickly, all right? Again, we have all the way till June for this to play out. If it can break this faster, well, that opens up higher levels beyond that. You know, there's a possibility this thing goes to 38 or 40,000, but that only happens if we claim lower levels first. Those lower levels have to fall, and once those lower levels fall, we can progress one step at a time. You cannot put the cart in front of the horse, right? Got to do it in stages here. No freaking out, no panicking, one step at a time. There's my Bitcoin look. Worst case Ontario here is this totally makes a lower high and fails and then rolls us back down to 26,000. 26,000 here would be another great buy opportunity. If that happens, I will sell the 821 and I'll buy at 26,000 and I'll ride this back up to get my money out of it, right? That's another 40 to 50%, another 40 to 50% back up to the top, back up to the upper levels, if that's what we get. And I'm looking forward to that if that actually happens. All right, Ethereum. We'll go here and we'll be 1345 for Ethereum. So I hate when it pops the thing up there asking me to like make commercials or whatever. I can't stand that shit. All right, sorry. So looking at this big fib here, we came down and touched 382 in a retrace. That's a bullish retrace level. For this to be for sure happening, we need to crack back over this 236 level, which is at 1928. If we can crack 1928, that opens back up the possibility of running another shot at 2200, right? We already almost touched it one time, but not quite. I think 2200 needs to get hit here. If we can hit 200, if we can hit 2200 and push past that, that opens up the possibility to get all the way up here to 27. Ooh, that's a slim possibility, though. I kind of think we're going to run out of time and momentum. I think there's a solid possibility that we go overbought in that time on the weekly. If we see big overbought on the weekly chart here, I will be moving out after that. I'm not going to sit around and watch high time frames go overbought. We have plenty of evidence to say that when these charts go overbought, whenever they go overbought on the weekly especially, it's usually placed for a pullback. Now, we've saw that across the board, especially last bull market. Now, we had some that ran really hot, but it's a bull market. Everything's going to run hot. So ride them until the parabolic trends fall. All right. Going to be doing that myself. I hope everyone else is paying attention to that too. So that's how I see crypto. That's how I see crypto, not crypto. That's how I see Ethereum. Still over the 8 EMA, bounced it perfectly. Just needs to hang on here and continue doing its thing. If it wants to fall off, I get it. 1700 flat-ish would be a good spot for me to try to get back in. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Just an idiot on the internet doing charts. That's all I know how to do other than fix air conditioners. And that's all there is to it. Let's have a tranny beer drink. I'll call them what I want, by the way. It's a free country. Real quick, let me go see what people are asking. Cause, yeah, I can check. Aquila, I got you. I'll check out Cause. Let's see. I don't believe Jeremy Monroe isn't even drunk yet. Oh, that's pretty good. Crazy busy this week. Yeah, I get it. Banjo the Dog Slayer. What a name, guys. I got A0 already up on the list here, brother. I will get to it shortly. Lunatic Prophet. What's up? Good to see you. Jeremy Dorian. What's up, dude? Good to see new people. Let's see. What's up, Dean? Good to see you. All right. Now, MLT. I'll try to see if I can find that one. We got a lot of coins, so let's try to get through this. All right, I'm going to try to go a little faster here. All right, the next one that's going to be up is going to be Joe, and this is a native token of AVAX on, like if you want to use MetaMask, and you would go over to Trader Joe to buy different coins on the AVAX network. So, not in a great spot here. Under the 821 EMA, I don't particularly want to hurry up and buy anything that's under the 821 EMA unless I have incredibly strong support. So don't have that here. You do have the cloud. I like that. If we add in some other moving averages, they're going to be right under here. 50 moving average bounce. You know what? I'm 50-50 on this. So if you're going to take a chance here, make sure it's not an all-in chance. It's also on the pivot. Don't hate it, but just be careful. When you're under the 821 and you're buying like this, you're taking more of a risk. All right. It's just less risky to wait for it to cross, and a safer buy. You're going to make a little less, but it's a safer buy. On the 50 moving average, but under the 821 is a more risky buy, but it could be beneficial for you. There's not a ton of support here, by the way. You have more support down here at like 41, and that's a long way down. So, yeah, I mean, you can take a chance there, but just be careful. Be careful. It can run up and bite you real fast. I like to play it safe, especially when I know I'm not in a bull market. In a bull market, we can be a little bit more risky and we can put our elbows out some, but we're not quite there yet. So I know we may be going up till June, but I don't necessarily trust all these alts. Casper. A lot of people are all about Casper because of a few influencers on YouTube. But you guys know I don't do that crap. So, all right. Casper's still hanging on here. My trend line is all out of whack. Yeah, so it's something like this. We're still over that trend. And then we have a sharper trend here. It's even more angular and aggressive. Angular and aggressive. Like them Bryce Young deep balls. Let's go. Probably not right off the bat. He's probably going to suck at first. Most rookies do, but that's okay. We have a good team around him. We just needed a quarterback. We got really good coaches. That's what I like. That's what I like and what we need. So, I'm talking about the Panthers, by the way. All the other NFL teams aren't worth talking about. Casper still over the 821 EMA. It made a lower high. I need to see this break this previous high. It's over the 821. I don't hate that, right? As long as it's hanging in there. Hold trend. If you can hold trend, we can move up more. Failed trend, this is coming back down to support, which is roughly at 4.5 cents. But we're not there right yet. It's still hanging on. You don't have a ton of data here on this KuCoin chart, but I'll tell you, if you look at a coin trader chart, this looks like ass. All right, this thing's down 85% still. Looks horrible. So trade safely. If this can break and run, then you could probably move. Let's see if we can get a number here on this. So yeah, hold on to 5 cents. 5 cents is the crucial barrier, which had already bounced one time. Holding on to 5 cents opens up 6, 7, and 8 cents. But caveat, if this trend fails, it's done. Okay? That's just the way I see it. RSR. RSR at 2020. All right, I'm just using the Binance US chart here. Still getting pinned under some sell pressure here. See this trend line angling down like this? That's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure downward that it's having a hard time cracking. Still under the 8, 21, 50, 100, and 200 moving averages. That's not great. I got a lot of spaghetti on the chart here. Let me pull that off. That didn't work. I try to keep the chart fairly clean looking because if I don't, I understand people just don't want to see all the mess. And I have another problem is I have humongous monitors in here. I've got this big widescreen curve monitor, another monitor on the right, and another monitor on the left, and the camera's above that monitor. So it's all humongous in my face, the chart. No homo. So someone's going to turn that into a GIF. I need to see this improve a little bit. I need to see this break some levels. It smacked this 200 moving average and rejected very aggressively. Not the best look ever. I need to do it. I need to see it do better than that. If it can, then we can roll up through this. I was looking at this before the stream. We can roll up through this cloud area right here up to 0.0044 roughly. If we can roll in and take that hit, that's not bad because that's still a decent return. That's what, 15%? Yeah, it's about 14% if that thing rolls over to 0.44. If it can break this trend line and move off some, maybe we could test this high that we made back in February again. That's 5.5 cents, but you're nowhere near that yet. You're still way behind the ball here. RSR has a lot of catching up to do. All right, UOS. 22.20. That's not correct. UOS. All right. Okay, so this one's still riding the trend fairly well. As you see there, you have an uptrend that has yet to fail. However you want to draw it, I don't care. It's not really failed much here. I know it's got an ugly look to it, and many of them have this, but it's still hanging on there as far as trend goes. Pull up some moving averages, 821 down, and this thing is angling toward the 200 moving average. So before you get more up, you may get some more down in the form of another support run down to the 200 moving average. I would think about a quarter here. About a quarter makes sense for UOS. Before it can move up, it has to find a good strong support level first. 23.20 will be GAI, GAI USD. I'll try this as pancake swap token. Maybe this is the right one. I'm not sure. Let's look over here. Yeah, it looks like the right one. We'll go to deck screener real quick. That's probably the correct one. Yes, yes. So, big run up here. You had a lot of probably a lot of hype. It's probably a fake AI coin. A lot of them are. So if we ignore that little point at the top and we line up everything else here, I don't buy that. That looks like that's got more down coming to me. I don't hate the price action making a higher low right here, but this thing needs to break these previous highs and make a higher high to really move the needle for me. I don't trust this stuff on deck screener, so be very careful. I'm leery of a lot of low cap alts, and this one has all of $500,000 in it. Well, a little bit more than that, about 900,000. So not a ton of money here. Be careful. These things get very volatile very fast. All right, we're going to do JAI, which I have no idea what this is. Jarvis. Oh, it's Jarvis. No, that's different. That's a different one. This is like a meme one. Yeah, it's a meme token. All right. So not much on the daily. Let's go down to 4 hours so we get some more data here. All right, so we got a lot of higher lows and higher highs, which is good. That's an uptrend. However, we did start making a little bit of a lower high here and a little bit of a lower low. So we've created a situation where it's having a hard time breaking trend right here. If this breaks trend and wants to continue to try, that's great. Until it does, I would hold off on this one. I think it's probably found a local high. This thing needs to make another higher low that's above 16 cents. If it can stay above 16 cents and make another higher low and try to break this trend line, you can get in somewhere around 22, 23-ish, depending on where it breaks the trend. Just hasn't done it yet. And since it hasn't done it yet, I'm going to hold off on that. NVIDIA into a stock. We don't look at those too much because there's not a ton of money there unless you're doing options, which means you're betting leverage. And a lot of people don't like to do that. So I want you to look at the beautiful uptrend this thing is making. As long as this thing continues to make higher highs and higher lows, no big deal. As you see, every time it's leaned over and touched the 21 EMA here, it's just continued chugging right on along through the sell pressure, yet to roll over and quit. No matter whether I draw the trend line on the top or the trend line on the bottom, she ain't failed nothing. We should step back on the weekly here because this thing has gone up so far, so fast, and have a gander at some indicators. Overbought. Big overbought. So let's pull the trend line this way, and we can see that this thing may eventually slow down some here, but it hasn't yet. It's still over the weekly, monthly, daily, everything, 821 EMA. No reason to run out of this. You can skim some profits if you'd like. I want to bet that this thing is right here near the golden pocket. It's actually above that into Sniper's Alley. Ooh. So 271 is our clear resistance. Break and hold 271, which means another day of this. Break and hold 271, you open up 304. Fail 271, you open up 250 to 248. So there's your two range numbers there. All right, let's get to render. Someone asked for render, which has been an amazing performer lately. Outperformed a lot of the market. 2730. All right, I've got some fibs pulled up on this one and some take profit levels for you. This thing has done absolutely great. You see it struggled with Sniper's Alley right here a couple days ago when we had the really wild price action. But after that, it immediately threw a green candle right behind it. This is weekly, not daily, I'm sorry. So here's the daily. You can see the sell pressure regardless. Kind of struggled a little bit, but then immediately rebounded. Didn't care, took off over the 821 EMA. Take profit levels of 278, 316, 379-ish. All those are ish. I wouldn't take all the way out. I would skim here. And the reason is you're still above trend. You're still traveling above this trend line. And as long as you're above the trend line, no reason to take it all out. Just take some and then maybe buy in a little lower as it retraces. And then if you see it fell the trend line, that's your get all the way out sign. Makes sense? It's not got to be more complicated than that. It really doesn't need to be. Fairly good price action here. Again, this has held up very well. And since it's held up so well, I mean, I haven't had a chance to buy it and stay in it. Every time I've bought it, it's kicked me out. But rest assured, for the bull market, I will be buying some render and trying to leave it be because I realize the price action is volatile and very, very awesome. So I needed to be a little bit more lenient with this one. Kind of learned my lesson on that one. If that makes sense. And no, you miss sometimes. It's just all there is to it. Like, I'm not perfect. If anyone tells you they are and that they're this amazing trader and they never get anything wrong, block that person because they're lying to you. Especially if they're a pretty girl with an Instagram filter turned on her avatar picture. You're a liar. And if that if you don't understand what that means, like, Jesus Christ, you can't even put your real picture up online because you're a liar. You have to retouch it and put a fake picture up there. Look at all that fake stuff, bro. All right, here's DOT, 2930. All right, still over the 200. As you see, I bought and this thing immediately reversed on me. What are you going to do? So I didn't get stopped out, believe it or not. It didn't kick me out. So I stayed in. It's playing with the 200 moving average and a trend line here. I'm going to give this a little bit more time. If this doesn't improve rapidly soon, I'm just going to pull out of this one and find something else to buy. A little loss is better than a big loss, and I don't mind taking little losses sometimes. Just part of the game. I'll find something else to buy. No big deal. Again, I kind of think Bitcoin's going to go back up toward 30, 31, 32. There's gains to be made there, whether they're big or small. Doesn't matter. Gains nonetheless, and I'm happy to get them. But I need this thing to get back over this 8 EMA in a hurry. If it doesn't, not great. It's trying. And you do have some bullish divergence here on the RSI. What I mean by that, that is a rising strength and a flat or downward price. And as you can see, we're very flat with our price right here. Kind of riding in this V. See that trend line up here? Kind of riding in this V where it broke this one and it's above this one. Just needs a little bit of time to play out. If it fails, it fails. I'm fine. I'll get out and leave. I want to give this a little bit more time. GALA, 31 minutes. If you haven't done so real quick, please take the time to jump over and check out our Discord. It doesn't cost that much, everybody. It's fairly cheap. There you go. Launchpass.com/the786assassins /half off. $8 a month. No biggie. We also have plans for yearly. If you want to sign up for a year, you can get a discount and get a half-hour free one-on-one consult. Talk about TA, ask questions to me one-on-one on a Zoom call. That's also an option just down below here, as well as a crypto link. If you want to pay with crypto instead of cash or a debit card, you can do that with crypto instead. I have a crypto link just down below as well. Your choice. Do whatever you like. But don't waste the opportunity. It's going to be more expensive soon. All right, here's GALA. Still bouncing over the 200 moving average. Similar look to DOT, only this one looks a touch better because it's a touch more above the 200 moving average. 200 moving average is like a strong magnet. If you're under it, it's resistance. If you're above it, it's support. Okay, right now, we're holding on above it. Need to see this maintain, at least maintain. If you don't maintain, you want to fail, man, going to get nasty. So it hasn't made a higher high yet. It's only made higher lows. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Shoo, about blew my brains out. So it's not made a higher high yet. It's only made higher lows and lower highs. I need to see it make a higher high. Break this level right here at about 49, 50 cents that it's struggling with. The 50 cents level is playing hell. I'm sorry, 5 cent, not 50 cent. The 5 cent level is playing hell. Break that level, that changes everything. You know, give it some time, I guess, because I'm in this one as well. I don't have much, but I'm in this one as well. I sold a lot of my GALA off and used it to buy other stuff. WTK, that's 33. I'm trying to keep the numbers even too, so it don't make it so hard for me to go back and look at this crap. Hey, look, Bitru's on here now. That's awesome. I've been drawing on it too. All right, here's WTK. A lot of people get hyped about this one, but I'll corner you by saying I don't care about any of the hype. I just do charts. Still getting stuck under the 821 EMA. I bet you the 100 and the 50 are under here, the moving averages to catch the price. And they are, just hasn't quite hit the 50 yet. Looks like it's going to hit the 50 moving average. That's the yellow line that you see right there. If you can maintain the yellow line, you can take a chance to break the trend line, but it hasn't done so yet. If you haven't noticed, it's very repetitive what I keep saying here, folks, because it's not that difficult of a system. It's really not. 786 Assassins are here to help you teach that in our Discord daily, not to mention massive amount of information, and you're around smart people talking about things like this all the time. It's a huge deal. It changes your entire outlook. I've been working with fib time zones recently, and I haven't put out a video yet, but I will be. And I found out some really interesting data about fib time zones. Really cool stuff. I'll get to that later. I don't want to get too deep down that rabbit hole yet. I got to make an instructional video about it first, which means I need more data. I don't really put anything out until I've got good data on it. It's just the way I am. So here's AVAX. All right. As you see, this thing is maintaining this trend line even after all that ugliness that happened the other day. It just dipped down into this yellow box that I had drawn, almost finessed that 200 moving average, but didn't. Got right there at it and stopped. Close. Okay. Close. Good enough for me to buy in some more. And I did. So now you're over the 8 EMA, in between the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA. That is called the wait a minute zone. When you're in the wait a minute zone, what do? Wait a minute. It's that simple. So I'm going to sit here on my hands and watch AVAX. As long as it maintains this uptrend line, I think we continue going up here. I got these fibs drawn backwards, but I was just drawing them to see how far of a pullback we got. I could take them off here. And just draw a trend line for you. It's all the same. Here's the trend line, kind of like that. There you go. So, as long as we maintain this trend line, I think we can take a shot at 20 plus here. But that $20 level ain't going to fall easy, okay? 20 ain't going to fall easy. And it might take till mid-June to get there. So be patient. I'm not freaking out about it. I'm going to leave it be and let it do its thing. IMX USDT. All right, IMX is 36. All right, so let's get into this. IMX broke trend. Don't like that, but it did jump back over the 821 EMA. Let's see if it can run back up here to previous highs from mid-April and sweep those highs. That would be about $1.25. If it can't get back over this trend line, that's an area for you to back out if you almost got stopped out or you dipped into the negative here. All right. This one may not recover. It's already had one hell of a run, as a matter of fact. And you could argue that it's making a diamond pattern here, but I'm going to warn you folks on these patterns. It's crypto. It is not stocks. Please be careful on this stuff. You do not have a guarantee that any of these patterns are going to play out. This should be a bullish diamond. Listen, there are plenty of other ways to do this without getting cute like that, okay? Just be smart, all right? Be smart. Over the 821 EMA, I like. I need to see it improve a little more. I don't hate it. And again, $1.25 lets you erase some of those losses if you're in, and there's some decent gains there. Rose, still in Rose. Believe it or not, it's done great for me. I've scalped profits off this a couple times too. 37.30. All right, Rose still hanging on to the trend line. Believe it or not, I drew this a little too tight. Let me redraw this some. Question. Do any of you guys ever go down the music rabbit hole like I do? Like I did it again last night. I just started listening to old music. Thanks to some people on Twitter and thanks to some people on here. I got down the old school music rabbit hole and I started listening to music that was popular when I was in high school and shit, dude. And I've been having the same songs in my head all day long, dude. Sum 41. Do you remember them? I'm In Too Deep. Oh my God. That song. Weezer, Beverly Hills. Korn, Limp Bizkit. All that crap got stuck in my head the other day, and I'm sitting here singing the song in my head while I'm doing this live stream. How ridiculous am I? So, all right, still hanging on to it. I'd like to see it continue maintaining this 50 fib right here at 0624. It's still doing it now, but I need to see it break it and hold on to it until June. Tough here for Rose. It's already done very well and fallen off some. Going to be a gamble here. I'm still in it. I bought in really, really low down here. Okay. Way down here was my buy line. Doing great. Not worried about it. Going to leave it and let it ride. 072 is a decent level here for it to try. If it can sweep the highs back at 075 or 08, 8 cent would be amazing. No guarantees on that. It is still under the 8 and 21 EMA. Just want to see it get back over that and that 50 fib before I'm super tickled about it. I like that it's over the trend. If you want to take a chance, that's fine. But please understand, I'm always going to be a little less risky than most. All right. You're watching a conservative person on here. That's all there is to it. I've lost enough money to learn to be conservative. How about that? ICP, let's do 39.30. Moving pretty rapidly here. I'm going to answer some questions here in a minute. Over the 821 EMA, perfect touch on the 200 moving average. Look at that. Perfect touch on the 200 moving average. Finessed. So if it can maintain this, and it had a big day yesterday. I don't expect that to keep up, okay? Had a big day yesterday. If we can keep that up, we can potentially run back up here to about 675. It looks like this level around $7 is tough. It may not be able to crack that. I do think it will retest it in time. Let's give it a little bit here. You have some bullish strength here, and you've got a bullish. So this is bullish convergence because you have strength going up and price going up. That's good. Bullish convergence is good. That means continuation. So let's let this continuation play out and keep looking at it. It's not bad. Just let it back test this 821 EMA here. Probably about 550, 555 to 550. Not a horrible idea to try to scoop a little more right there if it comes back down to retest, but that's on you. All right, CAT. That's Cambria. Never heard of her, but I'll chart her. All right, after making a nasty run up, now she's going dead sideways here. I don't particularly care for that. Got a couple different downtrends here that I need to see it crack, and none of them have done so yet. So until this breaks one of these or tags this 200 moving average, it's going to be a no from me. I just dropped a whole box of pins. Sharpies. I don't know why that fell. I didn't touch anything. Whatever. It's a ghost probably. All right, let's go on to Tesla here. Tesla. And that's going to be at 41.22. All right, real quick, let's go see what you guys are saying. And you're just talking away over here. Now, you know I'll be loving this shit right here. That's Lamb Biscuit, bro. Don't start. Don't start. I won't be able to stop. I have music all the time when I chart. Me too, John. It's important. It keeps me focused and doesn't let my brain wander. Oh, Raging Beagle wants woo. I suck at doing Ric Flair woos, but I'll try. Woo! It's about the best I can do. I don't have that Ric Flair rasp that he has, man. All right, let me see. Jam, did we just get a bounce? Honey on deck screener. I got you, Shep Stacks. We'll see if we have time to get to it. I still got a bunch more to go. Tesla came down to one of my levels right here. I had 150. It came off this area a little faster than I thought it would. I missed the mark by just a little bit. It's still stuck here, so I still like 150. It just depends on the end of the month here. If it's going to have a strong finish to the end of the month, I might not get my 150 area. All right, it may go from here up. It's tough though. If I show you these fibs here, you'll see what I'm talking about. That target area is already done. Let's pull a fib on this. Yeah, see, that 149 was the 50 fib, and 163 is the 382. This is 149. This is 382 right here. It's at $163, and you're stuck in this range. So really, until it breaks 163, it's not invalidated. Once it breaks 163, that's probably all she wrote, and then off she goes. Hasn't done that yet. So there's still a possibility we get back down that 150 level and close inside of one of my boxes. And if that one gets hit and doesn't break, then there's a possibility it comes down to the 130 area. And that's an incredibly high value buy because that's down to the golden pocket, closing to fair value, and giving you a good rebate all at the same time. Should get buyers influx down here. That's kind of the way I see it. Off to one of the worst performing assets in crypto. You like DAGs? DAGs? You like DAGs? That's going to be 43.50. All right. So I don't hate the support hit right here. Okay. I've got this yellow box called support. I've drawn out a little sketch here of what I think could happen. Doesn't mean it will. It may just be more sideways in here, which sucks. But eventually, almost everything has cracked its trend line, less a few coins. I'd like to see this thing crack this trend line. It's just playing dead right now. So it may continue to jog sideways, which would be incredibly boring for everybody. But I also want you to see this 200 moving average. This is just in line with this trend line. So that, to me, immediately calculates that we may have more sideways before up. So that's okay if it wants to go sideways and build some pressure. RSI bounced off that white line right there. I don't hate that. Just kind of looks really boring right now. I like the wicks, the buy pressure on the bottom. But again, tough spot here. It really needs to move off this support zone. And let me show you this weekly chart here for DAG. This is all of the data that doesn't show up on the KuCoin chart. If you look back here to previous all-time high, which was June 18, the first all-time high, that's when it launched. Then it immediately failed, right? Released in a bear market. That's what happens when they release in a bear market. All the pressure down. It broke right about the same time we're in right now, okay? Right about the same area. It broke trend and took off and moved up. One could argue that that's already happened right here. All right, if you wanted to say that move here was the same as this move here, I get it. I don't buy that. But I more so look at the fact that This is all big. This is all a big value support. Why do I say that? Because that's previous all-time high. It already hit at one time, wicked off, and took off. That was during the bull market. We have multiple tops right here in 2019 and 2020 to act as support, and the price bounced right here again in December of last year. All right, so you've had multiple bounces, multiple tests. It hasn't broken through it yet, so it's still support. Anything down here in this yellow box is a decent place, in my opinion, to take a chance. All right, I wouldn't want to take a chance down here because there's more dig in the support. It's going to come on down more. I wouldn't want to wait until it breaks trend. You could, but there's less gains there. So I'd like to get it down here in this value zone. It's just a value zone. It really, there's no bullish talk here to be had until this thing, I said right here, break and hold this line for bullish talk. This yellow line right here. It hasn't broken till that breaks. Listen, much ado about nothing. I don't know any other way of saying that. I'm not going to come on here and be a Chad and say all kind of ridiculous shit about this, that, and the other. None of that matters to me. Straight charts, homie. All right. If there's going to be big news and good stuff come out, you'll see it on the chart. All right. Here's ADS, which is going to be 47 flat. All right, ADS still in this falling wedge, boring as could be. It is failing some support here. I don't like that. It needs to recapture this and bounce off the bottom of this line very rapidly. If it does not, it's going to continue descending downward into a spiral of death. I'll be happy to bail out of this if this fits my take profit line, and I'll buy something else. I don't mind. I'm not a fan of any one thing. I'm just a fan of gains, and this one isn't doing very well. I thought it would do better than it did. It has drastically underperformed. So, nothing great here to report until it crosses the 821 EMA or bounces off this support line, neither of which has happened. Let's look at JAM real quick. I got to do JAM last. Well, I can't. I got too much stuff to do already. KOIN. KOIN. I said loin. What the hell, Keith? All right, it's on MXC. All right, so we broke trend this way. That's not great. And then we have another trend going like this. That's not great. That's two down trends. Not good. I need to see this. Even though we got good buy pressure here, this thing may go dead sideways on you. It went super overbought, and now it's kind of breathing. Let's pull up the Bollinger Bands here, and you should see some contraction. Yeah, see, look, it's tightening. That means contracting. You're going to see these bands continue to pinch in. Once these bands get good and tight, you want to see price jump over this orange midline right here. It has not jumped over that orange midline. Once it does, bullish, but not yet. It hasn't done it just yet. So that's the next step. All right, FTM, let's get into that. Where are you at, FTM? There it is. All right, I see my chart is a little out of whack here. There we go. All right, FTM looks similar to some others we've saw where it kind of hit this V right here, which was on this uptrend, but down, just kind of like Bitcoin did back when it made this really gnarly fall here. Similar story, right? Now we want to see this thing regain the losses that it made. I dollar cost averaged just a little bit on this because it come down and hit the trend line. So I should move this down a little bit. I'll have to go find the exact number. I don't know what the exact number is. But it's holding firm. It's not over the 821 just yet, I don't think. No, it's not. So it's got a little bit of room to make up here before I'm happy about it. I don't hate the trend line bounces. That's good. I like to see trend line bounces. So, especially when it's over them. Give me this break back, and then we can try to crack 53 cents. That's going to be a tough barrier, okay? Tough barrier, but if it breaks, we're going to open up highs in the 60s and 70s if we can break 53. 53 is going to be a key level, though. Once that does break, good stuff, but, you know, it hasn't done it yet. All right, A0. All right, it's going to be 50.27. Man, time flies when I get on here, y'all. Damn. Hey, Matt Wallace, what's up, bro? Busted, what's up, bro? Good to see you. TG Charmander. Cake, please. I might not have time. Delacroix, what's up, brother? Good. You're welcome. You're welcome, John. Dude, China Matt remembers up, 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 down, down, down. Why? Why would you buy this, bro? That's one of the top funny things you've ever made. She was pissed and laughing at the same time. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you being on here, bro. It's not just me. It's a team effort here. We are a team of people. It's just me on YouTube, but it's a team behind the scenes. Okay. All right. A0 has broken trend. I didn't want to see that. Still getting crushed by the downtrend. I need to see some rapid improvement before I say this one is a yay. It's currently a no bueno, and no bueno ain't gonna get it from me. We'll just move right on to VOD. Well, why in the hell would anybody want me to look at this? Boy. All right. Yeah, I don't know where VOD is. This may be the one you're talking about, but that looks like Imperial Ass. So I hope it's not the one. But it could be. So I'll write that down just to maybe say that we looked at it, but it looks horrible. All right, Caspa. All right, you haven't reclaimed this parabola yet. I'll draw this real quick for you and show you what a parabola is. All right. And right there, and then draw it like that. As you see, we failed the parabola and have not reclaimed it yet. In order to reclaim this, we need to make higher highs, and we have not done that yet. As you see, downtrend on this side. So I need to see trend break. Once trend breaks, you could, think about getting back in this and riding this back up. One step at a time, though, all right? Hasn't done that yet. It made a huge move, and you can't expect this thing to keep performing like it did. And I know it's over the 821 EMA, but please be careful. I want to see a trend break first. When they run this far, this fast, they have to breathe. Know that and be prepared for that, because if you don't, you're going to come out and get burned on the backside. I don't want that to happen. All right, MLT. All right, so that's going to be at 53.10. I'll put 53.15. How about that? 53.15. So here we go. It's trying to break the highs. It's having a hard time with this 19 cent level. It's really struggled to break 19 cent. If it can crack 19 cent, she's got room to run up to 30. So that's a friggin' 50% gain. If it can get past that, that's a hell of a move. The 30 cent. Yeah, man, this thing could go very rapidly. It's still maintaining the uptrend, very sharp here. See that? The very sharp uptrend. Cool with it. It's making higher highs consistently. Just got to crack this 19 cent range. And when it does, that opens up a possibility to go to 30 again, one step at a time. But this could move very rapidly. Woo. All right. So I have this big mouse pad, but anytime I get dust or dirt on it, I can feel it because my whole hand sits on the mouse pad. It's annoying. So Woo's still holding on to its parabola, and I'll show you again. Parabola. Right? Almost perfectly. Not quite, but pretty darn close. Pretty darn close to holding on to that parabola nearly perfectly. Long as this continues, more up. It has jumped the 821 EMA. That's good. It's got resistance up here around 37-ish cent to 40 cent. If it can maintain here, that's a freaking 50% gain again. 30%, 25%. That's still good though. Yeah, nothing bad to say yet. It did go overbought big time. I don't know if it can continue to do that. And be prepared, because when they run overbought, they usually fail just as fast. I don't want you to get burned. Honey. On Spooky Swap. Yeah, honey's going to be a no for me. Super low volume, super low liquidity, and having a really hard time maintaining the 821 EMA. So that's going to be a hard flipping no for me. And on to the next. Be careful with a lot of these shitters. I'm warning you. Do what you want to do. I don't care. It's your money. But it's not the bull market yet. So playing around in hardcore shitters is only going to get your hands exposed to the fire. Jam still in a downtrend right here. I have this parallel channel drawn, bouncing around the midline right here. Can we come off this midline and potentially crack out of this? Yes, it has not done it yet. It really needs to prove it to me first. I like that it tested this low and didn't fail right here. Okay, that's a good sign. At the same time, it is oversold. Take a chance if you'd like. I don't mind. Do your thing. It's your money. I dollar cost average this one, so my buy line's down some. I have to reconfigure. It's a shitter, and I didn't put a ton of money into it. So, you know, that's part of what I do is don't overdo it. When you find something that you like, don't freak out. You know what I mean? Just play it smart. And if it's a shitter, don't put too much money into it, because that way you can't lose much. And, you know, understand that with low volume and low liquidity that sometimes things get really volatile and it can F you over. So be smart. All right, let's look at jam. Oh, that is jam. Okay, so let's look at cake. Someone asked about cake. I didn't know we'd have time, but we do. Absolutely no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Dylan Mulvaney would say no to this one. That's for you, Dylan. I don't care what people do in their bedrooms. It's none of my business. Oh, said look at Woo on the weekly. Okay. My fault. You ain't got to cuss at me. Oh, yeah. Bullish engulfing on the weekly. I like them titties. Maybe running out of time, though, on this fib set. 43 cents. I mean, that 30 cents level ain't going to fall easy, though, is it? But it's got room to go, man. 43 cents is open if it can crack 30. Let me write this down. Woo weekly, and I did that at 57.30. That was 56. So I'm an idiot. I know. I'm sorry. Oh man, I like to have fun. I don't care, bro. Like anyone who watches this and takes anything personally has never watched before. Clearly, Blur's still in the wedge right here. Let me time myself out. 58.25. That's Blur. Still in the wedge. I think this will break north. One step at a time. May take a little bit. May take till Thursday to do it. But I like the prospects here. Crack this and run up. I'm happy about it. I think 125 is open here to sweep the high. If we can break that high, we open up $2.25. But that's a long way down the line. I don't think we need to get that far ahead of ourselves. Be patient here. Last one. Super. All right. Let's see. That's 59 minutes. So, I see what you see right here, Matt. Still trending up. Hasn't failed, but that's a shit ton of buy pressure. I think you would probably agree. That's a ton. I'm sorry. Shit ton of sell pressure right there. Sitting on top of the trend isn't the end of the world. It's very volatile. I would set limit orders for sales at a certain percentage on the way up here. That way you catch it and it closes the order for you and you don't get left behind. If it can break, my goodness, this thing is at 56 cents, just back to the next resistance zone. This will be a shitter that I add to the list because I think there's good money to be made here. With all that being said, thank you all for watching. This was a badass stream. It went by very quickly. I'd like to have more people on here, but I'm not in charge of any of that, so whatever. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys next week. Again, Thursday, 11 p.m., same time, every single week, unless I'm out of town. Leave you guys with this. Make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. Okay? The best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. A better day every day. Jay-Z said that. And last but not least, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate the hell out of that. That's Biggie. Sky's the limit. Y'all be good. See you on the next one. Peace.